Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zairul Zafan bin Muhammad Yunus from Group 3. We are going to talk about one of the many Western ideologies, rationalism. Rationalism is a philosophical perspective that emphasizes reason and logic in understanding the world and acquiring knowledge. It is rooted in the Enlightenment era. This ideology asserts that truths can be discovered through rational thought and deduction. This thought has significantly influenced many fields such as science, mathematics, and especially philosophy, thus shaping our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Now I'm gonna pass to the next presenter.
So thank you, Brother Zarif, for the introduction. Now we will move on to the concept and also historical development of rationalism. The concept of rationalism is the belief that logic is the primary source of evidence of knowledge. According to rationalists, being thinking rational is an understanding that reason is the key in measuring knowledge. Then, what is meant by measuring the reason is to test whether it is logical or not. If it is logical, then it is true. If it's not, then it is wrong. Pythagoras of Samos is one of the Greek philosophers that developed the first rationalist insight. The famous quote from him that all is numbers means that everything could be explained by numbers, and he believed that numbers is the reason and evidence of knowledge. Followed by the next Greek philosopher named Plato, he also developed rational thought through his famous theory of forms that posed that the ultimate and the most fundamental reality is not the physical world of change that we perceive through our senses, but it is rather the abstract or ideas. And he also believed that these forms were accessible through reasons, not through sensory experience. So moving to the 17th century of civilizations, one of the modern rationalists, René Descartes, has enhanced the development of rational thought. He believed that by using exact principle of knowledge, which is mathematics and science, one could achieve epistemologically clear, distinct, and also indubitable truth. He believed that the foundation of this knowledge is clear evidence and it cannot be doubted. Followed by Baruch Spinoza, his rationalist perspective is best understood through his stance on the mind-body problem. He believed that the human mind could generate ideas and reasons to a specific object, and he also preferred mind reasoning as the key to acquiring knowledge aligned with the theory of rationalism. So next, the third modern philosopher, which is Gottfried Leibniz, also developed the most comprehensive theory of innate ideas related to rationalism. Like Spinoza, he also believed that human mind could generate inherent potentialities and also tendencies to represent something based on the reflection from our mind towards the object. And based on perspective of all the rationalists that I have mentioned before, we can know how the ideology of rationalism has evolved and started until now. And next, I will pass to Brother Cairo for explaining about the characteristic and also the principle of the rationalism.
Rationalism, championed by Descartes, Spinoza, and Leibniz, is defined by four key principles. First, the principle of sufficient reason asserts that everything has a cause, reflecting a commitment to a rational, ordered universe. Second, the priority of reason underscores their belief in reason as the primary source of knowledge, rejecting blind adherence to authority. Third, these philosophers embrace the possibility of synthetic a priori knowledge, relying on a reason alone for insight beyond empirical observation. Lastly, the importance of method reveals their dedication to structured and organized inquiry. Together, these principles form a powerful intellectual tradition, emphasizing systematic exploration and the profound capacity of human reason to unveil universal truths. Christopher Peacock, a key figure in rationalistic philosophy, addresses three crucial principles. First, he tackles the Queening challenge, rejecting the artificial distinction between analytic and sympathetic, emphasizing the interconnectedness of belief in a holistic epistemology. Secondly, Descartes advocates a middle way, rejecting rationalism and promoting a nuanced perspective where evidence and theory are intricately interwoven. And lastly, he proposed a generalized rationalism, aligning with Quine naturalized epistemology, integrating empirical insight from fields like psychology and linguistics. Descartes' rationalistic framework explores the complex sides of human cognition, emphasizing the interplay between reason, evidence, and belief.
Next, the impact of rationalism in three aspects: education, religion, and society. I will start with religion, which is in the positive side. It creates the logical arguments uh, to to defend Islam. The Islamic teaching has been spreaded in all the world. But in negative side, this ideology can break the unity of Islam through disobedient policy. And last one is this ideology also can mix the jurisprudence of law or al-ahkam syariah has been degraded because this ideology focusing on logic, not the authoritative sources. Next, the implication of rationalism ideology in educational sector is many of scientific system was formed from human, like mathematics, biological systems, and astronomy. But this ideology cannot be applied to Islamic revealed knowledge because that teachings need to the authoritative sources, like I said before, like Al-Quran and As-Sunnah. We strictly prohibited extract the hukum or law if no capable to do that. In the chapter of society, this ideology affected too with community because this ideology also guide the human minds to think logically. When for example, when they have a problem in their neighborhood, they need to find solution rationally, including benefits and risks from the action taken. That's why this ideology sometimes important to avoid the forced action because not rationally think about this solution. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you to the previous presenter. Now, we move on to the next point, which is the shortcomings of this ideology. Firstly, rationalism is totally relying on pure reason. Descartes mentioned that the only sources of knowledge is by just using his mind. However, it's totally contradict with Islamic worldview because there are two divine of sources, which is Quran and Sunnah. By relying solely to this ideology means that we are underestimating these two divine of sources. Human mind has its own limitation, which is the only thing of what they know. Uh, for that, Islam seek their follower to acquire knowledge. God mentioned in Surah Al-Isra that is Iqra, mean by read. Uh, Moreover, in Sahih Al-Bukhari, mentioned that seeking knowledge is compulsory upon their Muslim. Secondly, the aspect of ethics become the evidence of the limitation of this ideology. This is because people are taught to live freely in this world. Spinoza mentioned that whatever things that people enjoy is good for them, but whatever things that people didn't enjoy is bad for them. This is totally contradict in Islamic ethics, as Islamic ethic uh, cover comprehensive values of individual conduct and social interaction between community. For instance, through their perspective, rationally drinking alcohol is good since it bring enjoyment to them. However, through Islamic perspective or Islamic worldview, drinking alcohol bring harm to people. Since it could they could perform many immoral actions. As a conclusion, this ideology is totally relies upon pure reason. However, not all aspect of reality can be grasped through logical deduction and empirical evidence. Therefore, there is a must to acquire a knowledge beside referring back to the Al-Quran and Sunnah to apply the moral values and discover the universe and metaphysical world.
What is rationalism? Rationalism is a philosophical doctrine that holds the view that knowledge is derived from reason rather than experience. Hence, for the rationalists, reason is the ultimate source of knowledge and the test of its validity. Rationalism is characterized by three major theses, namely, first, knowledge is derived from intuition, or rational insight, and deductive reasoning, rather than from sense perception. Second, the ideas or concepts that constitute the mind's ability to think are innate, and therefore, knowledge of a particular thing is innate. Now, what these 3 points suggest for the rationalists is that reality has an intrinsically logical structure, which contains certain truths that can be accessed by the mind. For this reason, the rationalists believe that truths exist and that the intellect can grasp them directly. And for the rationalists, these truths are fundamental so that denying them would cause us to fall into contradiction. In other words, these truths are self-evidently true and that their negation is self-evidently false. Consider, for example, this proposition. All triangles have 3 angles. Logically speaking, this proposition is absolutely true because as long as an object is a triangle, it must have 3 angles. Also, for the rationalists, the knowledge of this proposition is not derived from experience, but from reason. For sure, we need not resort to experience in order to say that indeed all triangles have 3 angles. Through thinking alone, that is, through the use of reason, we can arrive at the knowledge that all triangles have 3 angles. René Descartes, a 17th century French philosopher, was the leading figure in rationalism. He believed that the information one gathers through the senses are not accurate. Through the application of his famous methodic doubt, Descartes was convinced that knowledge can be attained not through experience, but through pure reason. In fact, Descartes believes that a strict application of pure knowledge to all epistemological problems is the only way to attain knowledge and certainty.
Khairul, do you know what about the meaning of rationalism?
Bro, I don't know anything and I don't want to know anything. Please stop asking me question, bro. I'm busy right now, bro.
Hello guys.
Hi.
Yo, what's up?
Come in.
What you are talking about?
Actually, we are talking about rationalism and we don't know what is the meaning of rationalism.
Oh, let me explain. Actually, rationalism is the epistemology view that regards reason as the chief resources and test of knowledge. Best to say, rationalism based on logical thinking, which using human mind as a basic knowledge. Anyone know the founder of this doctrine?
I think I know one. He is Rene Descartes.
Wait. I think I know one too, sir. Baruch Spinoza.
The last
Wow.
one. The last one can be named as Gottfried Leibniz.
What do you mean, bro?
Wow.
Lovely names, right?
Yes.
Khairul,
Yes, brother.
do you think God exists in this world?
In my opinion, I don't think that God exists, and I don't think that God is real too. Because for me, I only believe something that I can see, and I can't see God, so I don't believe it is real.
I think I have an analogy for you. Give me your hand.
What? Right hand? Okay, no problem. Take my hand. Ouch! Why, bro?
Do you feel the pain?
Yes, I feel the pain, bro.
But can you see it?
Nah, I can see it, bro.
Yeah, that's the same like God actually. Even though you cannot see God, but you can feel His presence in this world actually.
Now I get a new ideas and understanding about rationalism. I have to do some more research right now. Right, guys? I have to go.
Bye.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I passed by Khairul. Where did he go?
I think he's going to find a book or something that related to rationalism actually.
Oh, you guys just discussed about rationalism?
Yes.
I got some idea. Zarfan, I just read that Spinoza mentioned that in this world, if we do something that we enjoy, we can do it. It's good for us. But if it's not, we are not enjoying it, it's bad for us. Do you think it's true?
Of course not. As a Muslim, all of us has a guidance which is the Quran and Sunnah, and from that we learn what is the right and what is wrong.
I see.
Your final thoughts about rationalism, what is it?
I think in my opinion, rationalism it can be good or it can be bad because it is based on logical human mind only. So it is not based on Al-Quran or Sunnah that Islamic people apply into their life.
Well, I will continue. The Prophet said, do not leave these two important sources, which is Al-Quran and Hadith. If you take and apply it to your life will save, inshallah.